While I was packing my son's lunch for the next day, my husband texted, "I'm leaving tonight with Claire. Don't bother calling. I've taken every penny." I glanced at my little boy, smiled faintly, and replied, "Understood." Hours later, when his plane touched down in Barcelona and he tried to withdraw cash, his card was declined. By then, the savings were safe, in an account he could never reach. The rain battered my Subaru's windshield that gray afternoon in northeast Portland, a relentless drumbeat mirroring the chaos erupting inside me. I parked at Mia's daycare, the lot a blur of wet asphalt, and reached for my phone as it pinged sharply in the cup holder. I expected Christopher's usual text, something about grabbing milk or Mia's latest love for strawberry yogurt. Instead, the screen glowed with words that stole my breath. Moving to Barcelona with Claire, transferred savings to my account, good luck with rent. My fingers locked on the steering wheel, the world shrinking to that cruel message. Mia, my 5-year-old, waited inside, probably clutching her paint-splattered backpack, her dark curls bouncing as she ran to me. I was Elena Harper, 38, a freelance illustrator who'd swapped late-night deadlines for bedtime stories, now staring down the wreckage of my life. Christopher Caldwell, my husband of 9 years, had just obliterated everything with one text. Our savings, $14,500, scraped from every gig, every skipped vacation, was gone. The checking account held $412. Rent, $2,400, loomed 4 days away. I forced myself out of the car, rain soaking my hoodie, each step heavier than the last. The daycare smelled of crayons and apple juice, a fleeting comfort amid the storm in my chest. Mia's voice cut through, bright and oblivious. "Mommy, did you bring my bunny crackers?" I knelt, pasting on a smile that felt like betrayal. "Not today, sweet pea. How about we grab some on the way home?" My hands shook as I signed the clipboard, the teacher's cheerful chatter fading to static. Christopher's text looped in my mind, each word a fresh wound. Claire, his assistant, all sharp heels and sharper ambition, had always lingered too long at his office parties. I'd ignored the signs, his late nights, his locked phone, his dismissive laughs. Now they screamed betrayal. In the car, Mia buckled into her booster seat, humming a rainbow song. "Is Daddy making tacos tonight?" she asked, her brown eyes meeting mine in the rearview mirror. "Daddy's on a trip," I said, the lie bitter on my tongue. "We'll have pizza instead." Her face lit up, unaware of the fault lines cracking our world. I typed a reply to Christopher, "Thanks for the heads up." 3 words to cage the scream clawing at my throat. My heart pounded, not just with anger but with the suffocating weight of survival. How do you keep a roof over your daughter's head when your life's been gutted? The Portland skyline blurred through the rain as I gripped the wheel, vowing Mia would never see me break. At our cramped apartment, I tucked Mia in front of her favorite cartoon, her giggles a fragile anchor. The rain followed us, drumming the windows as I dialed the bank, stomach knotted. The representative's voice was polite, detached. "Since it's a joint account, ma'am, there's nothing we can do." Christopher had drained our $14,500 into an account I couldn't touch. I checked our checking account online, $412. Not enough for groceries, let alone rent. I sank onto the couch, his betrayal a physical weight crushing my ribs. 9 years ago, at a Seattle design conference, Christopher had swept me off my feet with handwritten notes slipped into my sketchbook, promising a life built together. I was a graphic designer then, climbing the ladder at a small firm, fueled by late-night coffee and ambition. His marketing hotshot smile could sell anything, including a future I believed in. We married fast, moved to Portland for my promotion, bought a condo by the Willamette River. When Mia arrived, I scaled back to freelancing, trading boardroom pitches for bedtime stories while his career carried us. But cracks formed. 2 years ago, after we sold our condo to fund his friend's startup, a venture that collapsed in months, unexplained charges appeared. Dinners, hotels. He'd brushed off my questions, citing market risks, and I trusted him, ignoring receipts for late-night client meetings. His mother, Margaret, never helped. She'd breeze in from Seattle, her designer heels clicking disapproval. "Mia needs discipline, Elena," she'd say, eyeing my paint-stained jeans. "You're too soft." Christopher never defended me, his silence a quiet betrayal. Now, my phone rang, shattering the memory. Margaret's voice was ice. "Elena, what have you done? Christopher says you're keeping Mia from him unless he pays more." I gripped the phone, stunned. "He's moving to Spain with Claire. He took our savings, Margaret. I'm not the one lying." "Don't play the victim," she snapped. "I've seen the texts. You're threatening to cut him off from his daughter." Her words revealed Christopher's deeper game. He wasn't just leaving. He was painting me as the villain. I ended the call, hands shaking, fear dawning that this fight was about more than money. It was about Mia, about truth. I looked at her coloring happily on the floor, resolve hardening. Christopher thought he could erase us. He was wrong. The next morning, after dropping Mia at daycare, I drove to Christopher's downtown office. The Portland rain a gray curtain. I needed to see his face to believe the man I'd married wasn't this cruel. The receptionist's smile faltered. Mr. Caldwell resigned last week. Yesterday was his last day. My voice sounded hollow. He was here Monday. She avoided my eyes. He submitted his resignation 2 weeks ago. I can't discuss personnel matters. 2 weeks. While I planned Mia's preschool art show, he'd been dismantling our life. I thanked her, legs numb, the truth sinking in this was calculated, not impulsive. In the parking garage, I called his friend Sam, who'd always been kind but distant. You knew, I accused. His silence confirmed it. He made me swear not to tell, Sam said. Said Claire made him happy, that you and Mia would be better off without him. Happy? The word burned. He took our savings, Sam. His voice dropped. Jesus, I didn't think he'd go that far. Back home, a certified letter waited. Christopher's divorce petition, filed a week ago, listing his Barcelona address and relinquishing parental rights to Mia. His lawyer's note claimed I had substantial savings, a lie that twisted the knife. I searched his desk, desperate. In a drawer beneath old bills, I found an envelope addressed to Margaret. Inside, a birthday card. Mom, thanks for the Barcelona apartment deposit. Claire and I can't wait to show you our place. Couldn't have done this without you. Love, Christopher. Dated 3 months ago, when he'd mentioned a promotion. Margaret hadn't just known she'd bankrolled his escape. Rage and clarity collided as I photographed the card. This wasn't about saving our marriage anymore. It was about Mia's future. I sat across from Anna Gwynn, a divorce attorney, in her modest Portland office, the Willamette River glinting outside. Her no-nonsense warmth steadied me as I handed over the petition, bank statements, and Christopher's note. He took everything, I said, voice cracking, and he's making me the bad guy. Anna's eyes narrowed. What he did isn't entirely illegal. Joint accounts give him access, but it's despicable. Judges don't take kindly to this. We can file for emergency child support and try to freeze his assets. She leaned forward. We need proof he's earning income while dodging responsibilities. I nodded. Clutching screenshots of his text and the bank transfer, that evening my parents called from Eugene, their voices a lifeline. We're covering your rent, Mom said. You're not alone. Their support eased the knot in my chest, giving me room to fight. Later, with Mia asleep, I searched Christopher's abandoned desk again. On our shared laptop, I found an unsent email in his drafts to Claire, with a resume listing his new job at Horizon Global in Barcelona, starting 2 days after his text. My heart raced. This was Anna's proof. I forwarded it, fingers trembling with hope and fury. Christopher thought he could vanish, but I was unraveling his lies. At midnight, with Mia's soft snores drifting from her room, I tried his cloud storage passwords, Mia's birthday, our anniversary. They worked. Folders spilled open. Transfer confirmations, emails to Claire, a document labeled custody plan. My stomach churned. Christopher and Margaret planned to use my postpartum depression, fought through with therapy, to paint me as unstable and take Mia to Spain. Tears stung as I recalled those dark months after Mia's birth, when despair clung like fog. He'd seemed supportive, bringing coffee, urging therapy. Now I saw it as ammunition. Worse, Margaret's text to him, dated months ago. Once you're settled in Spain, we can push for custody. Her history gives us leverage. A screenshot showed a Cayman Islands account with our $14,500 set up with Margaret's help. This wasn't just financial, it was a conspiracy. I sent everything to Anna, my hands shaking with fire, not fear. My phone rang during Mia's finger painting project, her laughter a brief reprieve. Claire's voice, frayed, came through an unknown number. Elena, we need to talk. Christopher's falling apart and I'm done. Why should I care? I asked, keeping my voice low. He's hiding money from me too, she said. A Liechtenstein account, over $200,000. He's unhinged, booking a flight to Portland tomorrow. I'm worried what he'll do. On the balcony, the Portland skyline dim under clouds, I pressed her. What do you want, Claire? Protection, she said. If I give you evidence, I need immunity. He'll come after me. Anna crafted a deal. Immunity for Claire's documentation. By evening, Claire sent bank statements and a sworn statement detailing their months-long plan to abandon us and secure Mia. Her betrayal of Christopher was self-preservation, but it was my final piece. My heart pounded with dread and triumph. Christopher was coming, but I was ready. The Portland courthouse loomed cold and imposing, but Anna's presence grounded me. We faced Christopher's slick lawyer and, to my shock, Margaret, her face a mask of disdain. "You should be ashamed," she hissed, but Anna warned she'd be called as a witness for aiding abandonment. In the courtroom, Anna's case was surgical. Christopher's text, the drained savings, the Barcelona job, the Cayman and Liechtenstein accounts, the custody conspiracy. The custody plan exploiting my depression drew a sharp glance from the judge. Christopher's lawyer tried to paint me as the aggressor, but the judge cut him off. "I've seen enough," she said, her voice steel. She granted our motions, accounts frozen, temporary full custody of Mia to me, Christopher restricted to supervised visitation. Margaret's glare followed me out, but I felt a flicker of victory. I wasn't just surviving, I was winning. The next morning, an international call. "Lucia Vega, HR at Horizon Global. We received an email from you about Christopher's employment. He was terminated yesterday for undisclosed legal issues." "I didn't send any email," I said, pulse quickening. Lucia forwarded it distorted claims about Christopher's custody dispute with my legal documents. My apartment was untouched, leaving one suspect, Margaret. She'd visited after Christopher's text, rummaging through my files while offering support. This was her sabotage to weaken our court order. Christopher called, voice raw. "You got me fired, Elena. It was your mother," I said, forwarding the email. She had access. He went silent, then sent texts revealing Margaret's plan to undermine me, including pushing for Mia's custody by painting me unstable. The betrayal cut both ways. He hadn't known her full manipulation. I sent everything to Anna, who filed identity fraud charges. Margaret's schemes were unraveling. With Claire's evidence, Anna secured an emergency restraining order before Christopher's flight landed. Airport security detained him, serving the order and a summons. His call from the security office was venomous. "I came to fix things, Elena. Claire's intel says otherwise," I shot back. "See you in court." The hearing was a reckoning. Anna presented the Liechtenstein account, the custody conspiracy, Margaret's fraud. The judge ordered forensic accounting, uncovering our $14,500 and more of Margaret's hidden funds. Christopher's defiance faded, his eyes meeting mine with something like regret. I was done searching for the man I thought I knew. Months later, justice settled quietly. The accounting exposed their hidden funds, leading to civil penalties for both. Margaret faced fraud charges, her Seattle social standing crumbling. Christopher's reputation tanked, his abandonment public. He rarely used his visitation rights, fading from Mia's life. Claire returned to Spain, her immunity a clean break. With the recovered funds, I bought a cozy condo in Portland's Alberta Arts District, its walls bright with Mia's paintings. I returned to full-time design work at a firm that valued my talent, offering flex hours for single moms. Mia thrived in her new preschool, her laughter filling our home. One evening, tucking her into her bunny-themed bed, she asked, "Will Daddy ever visit Mommy?" "I don't know, sweetheart," I said, brushing her curls, "but we're enough, you and me." Her smile anchored me. Christopher's good luck with rent had meant to break me. Instead, it sparked a strength forged in betrayal and tempered by love for Mia. I wasn't just surviving, I was building a life, brushstroke by brushstroke.